So we're continuing with Jack Kirby's Fourth World and Mr. Miracle number 13. Completely stunned, the guards lie helpless as Barda and Mr. Miracle race deeper into the building's interior. Strange, the gallery is crawling with swastikas, an oddly Western symbol for an Oriental temple. You're looking at the wrong clues to Ted's whereabouts. My guess is that he's in a cell. Then the two intruders enter a larger chamber where a great idol stands in a pose reflecting a sinister dominance. Barda, do you sense something familiar about this Oriental idol? He doesn't look like anything I'd worship. Let's get on with our search. Suddenly a voice that is unmistakably familiar rebounds from the wall. Here I am, you two. I'm sweating it out in the royal suite. Ted, we found you. It may have been sooner if we hadn't stopped to examine swastika symbols. I've seen them too, and that big idol, Da Fiora, without its oriental name and trappings, could be a statue of Hitler, Der Führer. I think I know why I was kidnapped. Before we jump to any conclusions, let's find an entry into this cell. Suddenly from the rear of the chamber, allow me to help you into that cell. Zzz, puff, ugh. Mr. Miracle seems to drift in darkness for ages until he stirs and feels the rapid intrusion of consciousness. Ugh, my body feels like a test model for acupuncture. What happened? My guess is we've been shot with a nerve beam. I don't know who our host is, but he sure packs a sophisticated arsenal. I know who our host is. He's Albert von Killowitz. Von Killowitz, the Nazi war criminal? Hitler's technical genius? One finds it difficult to disguise his past culture with another. However, I rule this humble kingdom. I am King Komodo. Dictator Komodo is probably closer to the truth. I'll bet you rule with an iron fist. It's the only way to control and train my aborigines. Why? Only recently they were still being called abominable snowmen. They're no more abominable than their master, you swine. Crash. Suddenly, look out. Crack. That bolt of high voltage could have killed 10 men, but thanks to his protective costume, he's still alive. Komodo said this place is full of hidden gimmicks. I wonder what comes next. The sinister answer comes almost immediately. It's raining acid. Quick, stand flat against the wall. One touch of this liquid could burn us alive. Komodo is a monster, a monster. What do we do now? Barda, remove my cape and drape it across the three of us. Like his protective costume, the fabric of Mr. Miracle's cape is resistant to the deadly corrosive liquid. And in King Komodo's control room, hail, master, I bring the dossier of Mr. Miracle. Wait until I shut off the acid rain. He's quite a fellow. Yes, our Mr. Miracle is a character indeed. He's a super escape artist, no less. A veritable wonder. It would be amusing to test him. My technical genius against his obviously great skill. King Komodo picks up the microphone and contacts his prisoner's cell. Congratulations on surviving my special effects. Now, may I speak to Mr. Miracle, please? I offer the hope of freedom to you and your friends. That is, if you escape the trap set by my hidden instruments of death. Well, well, so Master War Criminal wants to play games. Don't do it. I accept. It must be done. There's a chance he may stick to his word. But his kind can't be trusted. He'll kill us anyway. Don't you see? He can't let us leave. We can give his real identity to the authorities. True, but... At that moment, a slit opens in the wall and Mr. Miracle stumbles through into an adjoining corridor. This wall is made of compacted atoms. Barda could never break out. Mr. Miracle stalks down a long corridor until its walls become cylindrically round. Strange, this hall has become like the inside of a barrel. The barrel-like corridor suddenly elevates, causing Mr. Miracle to pitch forward. Uh-oh, I smell the activation of trap number 1. Then Mr. Miracle realizes the true nature of the trap he is in. A barrel, the long barrel of a giant cannon. Gun crew, stand by. Huh? No one can fault King Komodo for lack of imagination. Gun loaded, gun ready, lock. Quickly, stand by to fire. The one trapped inside must not escape. The firing order is given. The giant cannon shell rushes through the long barrel straight for Mr. Miracle. Then, baroom! 'Tis done. It's done. The trapped one has been completely demolished. They've yet to notice the escape hole cut by my boot lasers. Of course, the timing must be faster than lightning, but Mr. Miracle can do it. Now to find my way to King Komodo. Employing finger lasers, Mr. Miracle cuts his way into the main building. In fact, I've got to locate Komodo real fast. But in his haste to make time, Mr. Miracle fails to look above him, where a great swinging axe pendulum is being lowered. Only his senses, which prove sharper than any axe, save Mr. Miracle in time. Scrock! That was a nasty near miss. Komodo may be amused, but I'm getting angry. I'm going to end this in a fast Sacco finish. He may be keeping me busy while he disposes of Barda and Ted. All the potent power of Mr. Miracle's hidden circuits is put into play as two powerful invisible probe beams lash out to find King Komodo. And at that very moment, the death game gives His Majesty much pleasure. I weary of it. My victim seems to be pausing to pray. It's the right moment to attend to his friends. Komodo never completes his move. He reels back, struck by the probe beam. Master, what's wrong? Ugh. A strange zombie-like trance grips King Komodo. He straightens and speaks. Back, fools, I'm perfectly well. But your Majesty acts so strangely. His eyes stare as does a sleepwalker. Silence. Free the prisoners. Have a jet copter fueled and made ready for a quick departure. Yes, sire. We shall obey your orders. Soon after, a jet copter rises from King Komodo's walled bastion and rises skyward. Mr. Miracle, you've performed a real, genuine, bona fide miracle. How'd you get out? I figured that two could play King Komodo's game, Ted. It isn't long until the copter rides the frigid winds near space and is well away from the mountaintop kingdom. Each of us has utilized hidden gimmickry, but I used mine better. Inside the copter, you sure did. You not only helped us to escape, you got the king to come along with us. His trial should cause a sensation when the public learns who he really is. The game is over. It's time to unmask. Mr. Miracle is gone. He's now only a maze of circuitry wired into his hood, and I am scot-free. Now King Komodo will fade out when I remove his mask, and after all these years I shall again see Albert von Killowitz. How did you first meet him, Ted? It was near the Yalu River in Korea. My patrol was ambushed, and I was left for dead in the snow. I'd have frozen if it hadn't been picked up by a band of Mongols. But they weren't the enemy. They were part of a caravan heading into China. They put me in a warm tent, patched up my wounds, and fed me. Then, our leader comes to see you. That's great. I'd like to thank him for his fine hospitality. The leader turned out to be von Killowitz. No thanks needed. My trip across Asia is a long and lonely one. Perhaps tonight you can join me in a game of chess, yeah? Sure. Tomorrow we can each go our own way. But that's not what von Killowitz had in mind. He'd caught me staring at him. He knew I'd recognized him. He knew that I'd have to be killed, and he told me so. Only one of us will move on, mein Freud. You shall stay here to keep my little secret forever. But you obviously got away. That must have infuriated von Killowitz. It was a horrible experience. I was hunted like an animal, by men with dogs. I lost myself in wild, remote country and was listed as dead by the army. Forget it, Ted. Put your life on automatic drive, like I have. Like I have this ship. Just coast along happily from now on. Yes, the big threat to your existence is now old, deflated, and shorn of power. My guess is he'll never get the chance to harm you again. There's a whole new world lying ahead for you, Ted. A world without fear of von Killowitz. A world of friends, Ted, and we'll all look after each other. It's then that the first sight of home bursts on the horizon. Look ahead, Ted. Let's all look ahead. Next, the quick and the dead.